My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and welcome to another convo between the lovers. So if you're in a twin flame or higher level soulmate connection, this is going to be your reading, guys. I decided to work with the noise from the AC, and I added some wave sounds. I hope it doesn't get too distracting. You guys will let me know. If not, then I'll just not add the wave. We just have our usual noise, but I think the AC might blend with wave sound, so let me try. All right, so you guys give me feedback on that, okay? Oh, I forgot to put this. She's all about love. All right, so that's one. Two, guys, I tried to send you guys a Mother's Day message yesterday, and it just wasn't posting. So I was like, Spirit, if I try this time and it doesn't post, then I'm not going to post it. And I tried and it didn't post. I don't know. So maybe the wording was off. I don't know what it is about my post that I wasn't supposed to post. So anyway, I'm letting you guys know Happy Mother's Day to all those who mother, biological mothers, adopted mothers, mothers who are not in female bodies. You are appreciated. Whatever you're doing, know that you are helping that particular soul in their soul growth and their life purpose. Okay, you are appreciated. You are doing your man's work. Okay, that's one. That's two. That was two. And three, I do have a message for you guys today. All right, so do my morning meditation, and the message came through that a lot of you, whether you're DF, DM, whoever is watching this, you're meant to get this message. You're being asked to look at old wounds in a new way. So maybe you've been working on yourself, you're doing your healing, and you find yourself, you think you're slipping back. Maybe you're having obsessive thoughts about your partner. Maybe you're feeling clingy, feeling a little codependent. You're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. I thought I healed this. But Spirit is asking you to see the first time around, you are really healing yourself. But Spirit is bringing it up this time around so that you can consciously heal your bloodline and the seven generations that came before you and the 7 generations that will come after you. Okay, because that's what we do when we heal ourselves. But this time you're doing it conscientiously for that reason. For those of you who are a little more spiritually advanced, when you go into trance or you go into a meditative state, ask Spirit to show you particularly what you need to be working on. For those of you who can access the Akashic Library, when you go in there, ask specifically for those lifetimes that they want you to see that pertain to your ancestral line, your bloodline. Because you have to now focus not on your twin, not on your soulmate, but on what you came here to do, which was to process a lot of ancestral patterns. Now, why is it so important? It's not just important for the future generations, but it's also important for those 7 generations past. And you're like, why do you care about the 7 generations past? Okay, so for those who weren't able to process their own karma, the sins of the fathers travel on to the sons. I mean, every religious doctrine, every spiritual doctrine has this idea of karma and the karmic lessons being passed down through the generations, right? Through epigenetics and whatever else you identify with, right? Sometimes when they have these unresolved issues, besides it being passed through the generations, some of these spirits cannot rest because they have that unfinished business. So they become trapped in this earthly realm instead of going back to source. Okay, so when you heal them as well, and they're able to pass on. So we are being called to do this. This is part of our soul growth. This is part of our duty, and we need to be on our mission. Okay, so I've not listed back the Akashic readings or the past life readings yet. I've been working on extensively with the Akashic Library for my own bloodline, but I do think I'm strong enough to start back. So maybe from next week I will relist those readings, because after my hospitalization I couldn't gain access, but I've been accessing quite a number of interesting things, including lives not on this planet, but that's a different conversation. All right, so anyway, so the lovers are about to speak. We do not know what they're going to talk about. We're going to ask DF to open today DM has been for a lot of you. Your DMs have been in dark night. I'm letting you know right now. They've been in dark night, so they may be reluctant to speak. So we're gonna see what's gonna come through with them today. Okay. All right. So, and there's some DFs that are doing a mini dark night as well. Okay, so you may not feel as connected to your twin. In fact, you might be saying, you know what, fuck this and fuck this journey. But the journey is not about your twin. It's about you and the work that you came here to do. All right, so let's see how each counterpart is feeling, guys. So this time when you're circling back through your wounds, you're circling back through the spiritual perspective. Before you're going, it's an emotional perspective, right? You're doing that emotional healing for yourself and those 3D relationships. But now you're circling back from a spiritual perspective, and we're healing those 5D relationships, particularly in our ancestral line. Okay, so that was the message. Whoever it resonates for, it resonates. All right, so let's see how DF is feeling today. Embarrassed. You know, I did a reading, I did a convo for a DF today, and that's the first card that came out. Projection. We're going to clarify and see what she's embarrassed about, but I know it already. I think she's embarrassed how much she gave her power away. And we have optimistic. And we have haunted. Feeling also that, you know, besides haunted by her actions from before, there are a lot of past situations that are coming up to be exorcised by her. And there are a lot of past life stuff that she's been asked to clear. Okay? For some of you, you do have ancestors who are not sleeping well. You need to clear that. He's feeling romantic. How interesting. They're in totally different places right now. Contemplative, so he's in hangman mode there. Stalemate energy, also hangman mode. And he's serene, a sense of calm, like these waves that are playing. Okay. All right, so let's clarify these and see what's going on here. Dear, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. We are here to learn. This is why we are on earth. This is a school. What are you embarrassed about, baby girl? There's no need to be embarrassed. Yes, I know that. It's the way that she didn't have boundaries in the past. Now I'm saying she, but it's a feminine energy, okay? It's the way she didn't have boundaries in the past, the way that she was operating in her shadow self and didn't want to acknowledge the truth that was right in front of her very eyes, the way she persevered in a situation that was clearly burdensome, okay? So that's what she's thinking about, like, but you know, yeah, the way she allowed the situation to become so grossly unbalanced and she still stayed there. But you know that was all a learning experience, and you freed yourself from that now. So you should be proud of how far you've come, right? So there's no need to be embarrassed about that. There really is. It's all about a learning experience. But she's also doing a bit of projection, right? She's thinking about how much DM deceived her and how much she was sneaky, right? But know that everything that happened happened for your soul growth and for your emotional growth as well, right? So you are this King of Cups. This is not DM. This is you. You are sitting now at this King of Cups because of everything that happened. So there's no need to have any kind of blame game. Right now you're required to look at this situation through the eyes of spirit, right? You've done the 3D work, the emotional work. Right now it's about the spiritual work and seeing it with that eagle eye, that higher perspective, knowing that what you saw as a betrayal was actually an act of love, spiritually an act of love from someone in your soul group. For others who are twin flames, and the greatest act of love is to push you into that place of unconditional love for self. All right, so spirit is asking you to see it from that higher perspective now. Okay, so it's not to say that this person wasn't shitty in the 3D. It's not to say that they weren't deceptive. It's not to say that they didn't hurt you. It's not to say that your pain doesn't have value. But you're being asked right now to see the situation from a higher perspective, the spiritual perspective, and the lessons that are to be learned. Okay? If not, then your suffering was in vain. If we don't get that lesson. And you're optimistic. Yeah, you see, because you recognize the issue for what it is. You thought I was codependent. And then the identification of the issues is that first step. So for a lot of you, you have retracted your energy from that soulmate connection, that twin flame connection, because you recognize that it was toxic. Yeah, so you dismantle that third party kind of shit. Okay? But you're haunted by your actions that you didn't want to see the truth before. Some of you are haunted by the fact that you didn't get a chance to speak your truth. But you know what? You have to find that closure for yourself. Yeah. Because that might be the only thing that's preventing you from being this King of Pentacles, totally stable and, receiving all that abundance from the universe. So find your closure, whether it's writing a letter, or if you feel you need to text them and let them know how you feel, you do that. But if you feel that they're going to use it as an opportunity to practice some of their narcissistic tendencies on you, then leave it alone. Just write a letter to yourself and you burn that shit, right? Cool. All right, so how is he feeling? Well, he's in a romantic kind of mood. He's thinking about his counterpart and he's in absolute entranced with her, right? Yeah. And that romantic feeling makes him want to move on from that stalemate energy and move on from the relationships and the toxic patterns that he's been indulging in for a long time. It's also motivating him to do that healing work. So know that he is doing that healing work, right? A lot of them thinking about moving on from the karmic, because in my readings, reverse court cards are karmic energies here. But there's a resistance to transformation because it's about the unknown, and they like the material world. All right. But he's contemplative, deep contemplation here. Yeah, thinking about his past. And I think we're all called to do that in this particular time. Thinking about his past, the baggage from the past, the things that really set him on this toxic course. Okay, thinking about family and what it means to be happy, and maybe came from a very burdensome childhood. So he's thinking about all of this and how it is molding him into the person that he was. Yeah, thinking about childhood. Some of them thinking about bringing a message to you as well. But he's in the stalemate energy because, yeah, his woundedness and insecurities. Yeah, he knows that he has to make a decision, but he's not sure which how codependent, right? So he's dealing with that. So he's dealing with that 3D emotional stuff, and you're being asked to deal with the 5D. All right, but he's calm. Yeah, he's calm because I think he's really connected with spirit. So he's calm. There's no sense of panic or any kind of impulsion. I think he's getting a lot of epiphanies. I think whoever we're tapping into, they're very much in touch with the spiritual realm at this point in time, and they're learning plenty lessons, especially about their ideologies, their fixed ideologies, and the traditional ways of being, which was very connected with patriarchy, right? So he's thinking about all of those things. So deep. All right, DF, you got the floor today first. What do you want to say? What does DF want to say here? What do you want to know about DF? What do you want to talk to him about? What do you want to say? You can ask a question. You can make a statement. Oh, good Lord. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Oh, my goodness. What kind of energy you bringing out here, DF? 10 of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Tower in reverse. She was listening to me, so now she's going to ask. The Tower in reverse. Scorpio and Aries energy. 2 of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And the 2 of Pentacles. She's like, I know that you know that we are counterparts. I know you've had this epiphany. I know you've come to this realization. So I want to know, why are you still there with the karmic? Why are you still going back and forth in your head? Why can't you just end this cycle? Because I know you know. Good question, DF. Good question. And he says, Eight of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Well, we could have predicted this. I mean, come on, right? Page of Wands in reverse. Ooh. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. The Chariot, Cancerian energy. And we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. He's like, I'm trapped. Therefore, I'm trapped. I know that I'm trapped in my mind. I know it is my abandonment issues, but my inner child just cannot release this template. I know I have to move on, but every time I think of moving on, I think about the abandonment from my childhood and I get triggered, DF. I wish that I could be that man that you see me as, this warrior that can take charge of everything, but inside I'm really just this wounded child. And she says, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. The Moon. Cancer and Pisces energy. The Empress in reverse. Taurus, Libra energy. And the Eight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. She's like, I had abandonment issues too. I do. But guess what? I followed my intuition and I worked on them. And I released that distorted feminine energy. And I released anything that didn't serve me. Why can't you do the same? And he says, Eight of Cups reverse. Good Lord. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. The Hanged Man. Pisces energy. He's all in his fields. Two of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the Ten of Wands reverse. Okay, I got you. He says, DF, trust me. I am enlightened. I know what I need to do. But right now, I can't walk away from the situation that I'm in. I can't leave them like this. Everything is going wrong. There's so many things that are coming up. This COVID-19 is kicking our ass. But I'm duty bound. I have burdens. I have responsibilities that I have to see to. I can't just walk away. I am trying to work on a solution. Believe that. I am thinking about you. I'm thinking about this connection. You are never far from my thoughts. But to leave them, I'm hearing them. To leave them, so this might be somebody with a family, to leave them with all these responsibilities in this upheaval is irresponsible. And DF says, I respect you, buddy. Five of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Four of Swords. DF. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Queen of Wands. Aries energy. And the Fool. Aries energy. She's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe it. I think that you just don't want to deal with the conflict. You don't want to deal with the drama, and that's why you're not doing anything. You're just not standing in your power, and you know that you need to. You know that you need to listen to your intuition and take that leap of faith and just let shit blow up. But you're conflict avoidant, so you're not doing anything. If I find he had valid points, and I'm just for the record, I found that he had valid points. I don't think that even I would be able to walk away from a situation and just leave, like a family situation or a partner in a financial lurch, especially. I'm just saying, DF. Just for the record. So you know, there's a bit of compassion that needs to happen here. He says, 10 of Swords reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. The Wheel of Fortune upright. Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo energy. The King of Pentacles, Taurus energy. And the Queen of Cups. He's like, you think I don't want to end it with the karmic? You think I don't want to be with you? You think I don't want this wheel to turn in my favor? You think I don't believe that you're my destiny? I'm all these things, but I'm also a provider. There are people that depend on me. Who would I be? Would you respect me if I would just walk away and just leave them just like that in a financial lurch with everything in an uproar? Would you respect me? Would you respect me as a man? Would you respect me as a divine masculine? I probably wouldn't. And DF says, King of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, fuck. Taurus energy. Oh my God. 7 of Wands reverse. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. The 4 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the 5 of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. She's like, you weren't dependable to me. You didn't protect me. So what are you talking about? You didn't fight for me. You didn't care about me. And I'm your counterpart. Instead, you hurt me. Instead, you held on to things that weren't for your highest good. So what is this thing about being this provider and protector? When have you provided and protected me? Oh. DM, she wants to know when have you ever shown up for the connection. And she wants to know how you can show up for the karmic and not show up for her. It's a good question, DF. Ace of Swords reverse. That's a good comeback, DM. I respect that. Ace of Swords reverse. 9 of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. The Lovers in reverse. Gemini energy. And the 4 of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius energy. I wasn't seeing things clearly then, and I was a different person. You have to understand that. Okay? I was depressed. I didn't want to face my fears. I didn't want to face my wounding. And I wasn't operating from a space of love. And I didn't know about this connection between us. I regret it every day. I regret everything that happened. But now that I'm in this committed relationship, I have to level up. And I have to act differently. I have to act from a space of love. I'm sorry about the past. I can only do better for the future. And she says, Hangman, Pisces energy. She says, Hermit in reverse, Virgo. She says, Queen of Cups reverse, that's the karmic. And she says, the Chariot. Well, I hope you find the enlightenment that you seek. I recognize that you weren't enlightened before. Yes, and I do see the changes in you. I'm just so perturbed that you've not been able to move on from this karmic connection. I'm sorry that I sound crass. I'm sorry that I sound like if I don't have compassion. It's just that I'm wondering when it's going to be our turn. When is it going to be time for this union? And why do you keep looking back on the past instead of forging ahead and listening to your intuition? And he says, The Seven of Wands reversed. He says the King of Cups reversed. Scorpio. The Devil, Capricorn. And he says the Ace of Pentacles. He's like, I'm really sorry about the past. I was a different person. I was just so immature, and I realize that now. Okay? I am addressing my wounding. I am addressing my addictions. I am addressing my toxic relationships. It's going to take a bit of time, but I am going to give you the solid offer. I just have to stabilize myself first. Alright, DF, so if this is resonating with you, join me in the extended. I'm going to come back with a fresh pack of cards for both counterparts, and we're going to continue this conversation. I'll let DM go first, see if there's anything else you want to talk about, and they're going to talk for another at least 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm going to get some advice from Spirit, a card for the DF, a card for the DM, and then a card for the relationship. If you can't join me in the extended, thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, your comments, and those of you who have gone a step further and clicked on the ads I played during this reading, thank you ever so much. Okay, all right guys, take care, bye.